How would you have raised yourself?
My path was easy until going to college, where it was a lot more difficult. I had to solve more problems on my own. Yeah, right?
There is a loneliness epidemic happening. We are going to combat that by approaching a stranger and then playing a deep question card game with them. Two people over there. Sorry, this is kind of weird. I don't know. He's like playing the guitar. So are you recording something? Hey guys, so this is part 2 of the playing We're Not Really Strangers with Strangers. And now we're going to be playing the self-love version. There's like 3 sections, but it's a little bit different. So 1 is past, 2 is present, and 3 is future, I believe. How would you have raised yourself? Interesting question.
How would I have raised myself?
What does that mean?
Like my parents or?
So differently from my parents?
Oh my god, that's actually really deep.
Oh goodness. I mean, so there's a couple things I would have done different for sure. So I had I was kind of raised like the tough love kind of, you know, so it was good, but also it kind of like, how do I explain this? I would listen more to myself, I guess. If I was a parent, I would listen to
you would listen to
the child more,
yeah, that makes sense.
You know, and try to understand what they're going through. But honestly, that's probably what I think that the biggest thing is, you know, just listening and understanding, because that's how you solve problems.
Okay, yeah, definitely.
Communication.
That's so funny because I am the complete opposite of her. Like my parents would, I don't want to say they babied me. They understood to some level that as I grew up, I needed to experience a lot of the world, but a lot of things were definitely provided for me when I was younger. And I didn't grow up with much, but I could definitely sense, and even through verbal communication, my father would provide a lot for me. And he would mention it too, because he grew up with no father essentially, so he tried to fill the gap, and I think I was a source for that. So if I were to do things differently, and this isn't critiquing my parents in any way, but I would definitely try to raise myself by allowing myself to fail a lot more and put myself in uncomfortable situations that might encourage that, because I think a lot through high school I would say that my path was easy until going to college, where it was a lot more difficult. I had to solve more problems on my own. Yeah, right?
Me too.
And you really don't truly understand the value of what's been given to you until you face the problem. I think hindsight's 20/20. Like, I could sit here and say these things, but you know, I wouldn't change how my parents raised me. Love them a lot, respect them, and but yeah, I think if I were to do it differently, I'd probably do it that way.
I think mine is like pretty hard to say, cause yeah, my parents, I think, are maybe like similar to yours, as in like they're like super chill. They kind of just let me and my brother just do whatever we wanted and like pursue what we wanted, and I think that was good. I think that was very good. Like I think my dad especially really supported my entrepreneurial endeavors, and I think my parents are pretty open-minded, and I think they support what I want and support my dreams. And yeah, if I were to change something, this is like almost similar to the question, like, do you have any regrets? And I feel like my answer would be like no, because we learned something from everything. So like, I feel like if I were to ask if I would change anything, I would also say no, because like everything happened for a reason, kind of. But hypothetically, they could have given me more kind of like deep life advice, or like talk on like loving yourself, and like, I mean, they like provided me with so much love, and like they showed me so much love in like so many different ways. But even just like a conversation on like prioritizing yourself and like not losing yourself. But
yeah, I see what you're saying. I'm curious to see if that has anything to do with our discrepancies in the way that we grew up. So kind of the lifestyle that we live now versus the lifestyle that our parents probably went through, because I see that within my parents. If I have any questions, or if I'm going through anything that I need like a direct answer to resolve a problem, like I'd probably go to my dad. But if I had more of a question revolves around feelings, like more of a personal question, or emotional, that's a good way to put it, emotional, I'd probably go to my mother, because it's a little bit more difficult for me to speak with that on my father, because he's I think just in the way that he grew up, it's a lot more, like those weren't the things that he would focus on during his time. And so it's a lot more difficult for him to empathize with the struggles that we might be going through now. It's interesting.
Yeah, that makes sense. Do you guys want to do a question from 2? You started,
let's do it.
So
Yeah.
Okay. Let me choose one. What's one way you love yourself well?
I think you could answer. Do you want me to answer first?
You can go first.
Yellow card. The unit reversed. He's unit reversed it.
I want to say being able to splurge on food. I think that's a good way to show love to myself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will reward myself for doing very small tasks. So, in school, if you finish a test, or if I turn in a really difficult homework, I'll go shopping, or I'll go eat out or something. But yeah, that's the one thing I do. So kind of similar.
Yeah, that's really important. I feel like for me it's it's kind of abstract, but trying my best at each moment and making decisions in each moment that align with my values and with what I hope is good and right. Yeah, kind of just being authentic to myself. I think that's a way I show I love myself. We can do another 2.
Okay,
that works. Do you want
works.
to start?
What's your way of loving people the wrong way?
Can we skip this one?
Yeah.
I don't get that.
Sorry that I loved you the wrong way. Okay. Oh, okay, here's a cool one, I think, maybe. Who raises the bar for you?
I can probably start. I feel like people who, first of all, they have very, very good and pure intentions in everything they do. Everything they do is to try to help other people and to make an impact and to just solve a problem for others that they've experienced themselves. Also, just not caring about what other people think, just being authentically yourself, even if you're judged for that, and just being fearless and doing things that are unconventional, even if other people might not approve of it.
Nice. I'd say it's the people closest to me, and I say that in the most positive sense. So, for instance, friends who may have accomplished what's seemingly more than what I have at the moment, but in a lot of ways, 1, I'm truly happy for them, and 2, I see that as just another place to be in the sense of helping fuel the fire, and it makes me driven, and it helps me see what's possible. That's a good way to phrase it. So.
Yeah, I'd have to say sort of the same thing. So, friends, one of my other friends, she's also a musician, so it's really cool because we're both sort of progressing, and it helps motivate me to continue doing it, and then also I'd have to say my parents, because they worked really hard to get to where they are, and it's, I guess, I want to be like that, so I aspire to, be like them.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think the people closest to us in our family can have such a big impact on us.
Yeah.
I read something recently. It was love is the fire to every emotion or something. It's everything's rooted in love, which is very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Also for your musician stuff, what do you have a goal or a dream you're hoping to accomplish, or is there a direction you want to take with music, kind of?
I think it'd be cool to do full time. I'd love to be an independent artist and produce my own music and collaborate with other people, even produce other people's music. I think that would just be awesome to do full time. So that's the goal. I don't know if I'll get there, but you know, I'll still work towards it. And it's also just fun, you know. I've written a lot of songs, and I just figured, you know, what's the point of just having them written down? Let's just put them out there. So if someone comes across it and listens to it and, you know, enjoys it, that's, you know, awesome. But I mean, it's cool either way. So like, if nobody listens to it, it's still, you know, it's still okay. Like, it's an accomplishment, you know, doing that. So, and I've been growing a lot, and it's just fun. I enjoy it. I'm passionate about it. So, yeah.
It's really cool to see her progress, because I've seen from when she started.
It was really bad when I started.
And even then, it was amazing, and she's made so much progress, and it's really cool to see her level up.
Yeah, I still have a long way to go, but you know, it's been a journey, and I'm looking forward to, you know, continuing to grow.
Yeah, you got it. And I agree with your point that like art is like worth creating no matter like how many people see it.
Exactly.
It's just like the creation itself is very valuable.
Yep. Yep, definitely.
You guys want to do one from 3?
Sure. What's one thing about yourself you don't want to forget?
Oh, interesting. Wait, that's a pretty good question.
Oh, I'll answer?
Sure.
Okay, sure. What's one thing about yourself you don't want to forget? Probably, I feel like this is super common for probably a lot of people, but not to forget where I came from, in the sense of how I grew up, the family that I've had, the relationships that I've built. I feel like a lot of time passes as you grow up, and you tend to forget a lot of details from your past that help build who you are in that moment. But I think it's really good to just reflect on all the things that help get you to where you were now and help you stay rooted. So, yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'd have to say not forget like how hard I've worked to get where I am. So I'm like, right now I'm in grad school, and I've been working on it for a while, and sometimes it can get a little discouraging. So, but I've worked really hard through undergrad to get here. So, you know, sometimes I have to remember, you know, I've worked this hard, I've gotten this far, we just keep pushing, and, you know, I'll finish eventually. So sometimes I forget that, and I'm just like, I want to chill. I want to be done.
Wait, you're currently in grad school?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. What are you studying?
Mechanical engineering.
Okay. So is that to kind of like become a mechanical engineer, or? Yeah,
I am a mechanical engineer. It was more just like, I decided to do it because, one, I had the opportunity, and two, I like the challenge. I just wanted to challenge myself because I was like, I have an opportunity to do this. Like, I think I can. So that's why that's like why I did it. I didn't really know where it was going to take me, and you know, it's been a journey, but yeah. So it's a lot of work.
Just to preface, we both got our degree in mechanical engineering in North Carolina, and she is the type of person where the entire class will walk away from a test and complain about how they all got like a 50, and then there's this one person that will get 100 on the exam, and it would be her. That's just to give an example of what she's capable of.
At school.
Yeah, I was good at school. Yeah, but grad school's a little different because you can be good at classes, but there's also the research that you have to do as well, and it's kind of like completely different because I'm like, you know, I can just sit down and solve problems, but, you know, having to like build things and, you know, come up, like figure out, oh, why is this not working? What does this data mean? Like, it's a little different, and I've never like done anything like that before. So yeah, it was a big learning curve.
Yeah, actually, like, I relate to your point about like doing things because kind of like the opportunities there and you can is just like worthwhile to learn. Like, I kind of feel that way. So I'm on break from college, but I'm basically intending computer science, and I want to get my like CS degree. Hopefully, if the same like declaration of CS major is still the same when I get back. But I think it's just a fun. Well, I don't know. Well, it's just like a worthwhile goal to have to learn a specific field and kind of just gain that knowledge and train your mind. It's just like really interesting. Yeah, my answer to the question, what's one thing about yourself you don't want to forget? Probably just like my kindness and like love, even though that's like very abstract.
I think that's a good answer.
We can wrap it up. Do you guys actually like want to play like some music for the camera? Like if you're comfortable with it?
Yeah, okay, as long as I'm
I will be your audience.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, which song do you want to play?
I'm gonna get really nervous.
It's okay. We got all the shots in the world.
Yeah.
I'm not good at performing. Why did it all have to end up like this? Started out sweet, but now it's bitterness. I don't understand where it all went wrong. Now all of those memories we made are long gone. Are they really gone? I'd apologize, but what's the point of even trying if you don't care? Thought that we were fine, so I was giving you some time to get there. But you never showed. No, I'm all alone. I'm gonna go to the next one. I see you right there, holding my hand. Don't let it break or we'll fall apart. You got me on my knees, begging, please stay with me. I see you right there, holding my heart. Don't let it fall apart. We could keep going or?
Oh yeah, that was
That was good.
That was so good. Oh my god, that was so good. My YouTube channel is like really small, but I will like link all of her stuff down below. So definitely check her out. Thank you guys so much for having this like deep conversation with me. How do you guys feel? How was the experience for you guys?
It was interesting. I didn't expect to get interviewed.
Yeah, I
play a
didn't
game on a Sunday.
But it was kind of cool. Yeah.
Yeah, it was great talking to you guys. You guys are like super cool. Very genuine. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed and took something out of this video. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye everyone.
Bye.